Okay, it's a histogram question. Histogram questions are always the same. How do you know it's a histogram question? Because it says histogram here and it says frequency density here. If you see frequency density, first thing you do is you put a frequency density table here, and you remember how to work out frequency density. It's the frequency divided by the class width. What is the class width? It's the size of this group. So here the class width is 2, here it's 1.5, here it's 1, here it's 1.5. It's the distance between the top and bottom interval. You don't take the midpoint and multiply it by the frequency. I know that's confusing because you think that's what you're supposed to do with these tables. That's for cumulative frequency. No, it's not. I'm talking rubbish. It's for working out the mean from a table. So frequency divided by class width. Well, we've got two pieces of information in the table. Here the class width is 1.5. Here the class width is 1. So we do 150 divided by 1.5. Frequency density is 100. And here we do 136 divided by 1, so it's 136. So that gives us the scale for this. We know that the 2 to 3.5 is 136. This is a really helpful scale, isn't it? Right, okay. That looks like 3 bars, is it? Can that be right? That seems nuts. Okay, I think this is a particularly unhelpfully structured question, but we'll go with it. That's 136. Oh, of course it's not. I'm reading it wrong. So that wouldn't make sense. That's 150. The one next to it is 136. But having got that, we can now do the scale for the rest of this. So that's 150. That's 5 large blocks. So you divide that by 5. Each of these is 30. So it goes 30, 60, 90, 120. And each subdivision is 6. So the first one has a frequency density we can read off here. That's 96. And the last one has a frequency density of 60 plus 2, so that's 12, so 72. Okay, so this is the process you go through. You start with the table, you look at the table, you calculate the frequency densities that you have. You then use that, so that's the first step. Second step is you scale the graph, and you can then fill in the data for these ones, the missing piece of data here. The fourth thing you do is you come to the table and you now work out the frequencies. Well, frequency divided by class width is frequency density. Then the frequency density times the class width gives you the frequency. So that is going to be multiplied by the class width, which in this case is 2 to give you 192, and that is going to be multiplied by 1.5 to give you 108. Not that we actually need to put those in. The other thing, well, no, that's useful for this mark. Sorry. Do I mean that? No, that's useful for this mark. Using the table to complete the histogram is when we've got the missing piece of data. So what do we plot? Do we plot the frequency density? It's the frequency density. So we go 136. That's going to be 120 plus a little bit more, like that. And that's it.